Hey, what's going on? It's Ryan Stewman with HardcoreCloser.com. And today I want to talk about, I'm going to answer a question that I get in my inbox all the time. And it's actually like a multifold question, so it's like all encompassing and multiple answers at once. But the deal is, people want to know if they're in a job right now and they don't feel that that job is their destiny, like the job that they want to do. So say right now you're selling mortgages or real estate or cars and you have a calling that you want to be a motivational speaker or an internet consultant or a guru of some type or a self-help person or a preacher or whatever, but you can't leave the job that you're in to pursue that passion and that destiny full time because the job that you're in pays the bills. Well, I've been in that situation. It hasn't always been rainbows and sunshines and Andy Warhol looking Benjamin Franklin paintings on the wall in my life. There was a time that I had a corporate job and I didn't feel like it was my destiny to have that corporate job either. I remember 2005, after reading Napoleon Hill's Law of Success book, which is like 1,600 pages at the time. It was it may still be the longest book I have ever read. And I finished it read it from start to finish. And when I was done, I jumped on the coffee table in the living room of my house. This was 2005. And I told the person I was with, I said, one day I'm going to be like a motivational speaker. We're going to be able to have a way to communicate to where I'm not going to have to travel around and all these other things. And we're going to be able to just have like decent conversations and own up to our stuff. And I'm going to help people get through stuff that I've been through. I was like Tom Cruise on the Oprah show, like excited, jumping around and everything else, right? The person I was with thought that I was absolutely nuts. But what that was the voice in the back of my head manifesting itself, coming out of my mouth, because you have to say what you see so you can hear what you say. And what I mean by that is you have two ears and one mouth. A lot of people tell you it's because you're supposed to listen more and talk less. Well, it's really so you can listen to yourself. See, when I'm talking right now, I'm not only speaking to you, but I'm speaking to my subconscious too. It's processing and thinking about every word that's coming out of my mouth, right? And that's what you've got to say, what you see, so you can hear what you say, to program yourself. So I'm excited jumping around on this table, and I knew that one day that voice was manifesting so that my ears heard it and my subconscious was programmed that one day I was going to do what I'm doing right now, which is come to you via video and blog posts and everything else and pour some kind of enrichment, some kind of encouragement, some kind of empowerment into your life, right? That was the whole thing that I wanted to do. At the time, I didn't know. I just was excited and I was feeling it and I just wanted to say it and the Spirit was moving through me and everything else, right? And that's the way I felt. But now, all these years later, I never lost sight of that voice. You see, oftentimes people get the Spirit, they jump on the couch and then they go sit back down on the couch. Right? They jump on the coffee table and go sit back down on the couch. You see, I stayed with that voice. See, there's been setbacks in my life. In the mortgage business, I was let go, right? Even though I was top producer in the entire company, I was let go for, reasons that were beyond anybody's control other than the federal government. It just happened. When I became selling cars, right? I had this destiny that I wanted to have a radio show and I wanted to be an internet personality and I wanted to help people with the message I have. But I had to sell cars. That's a job that required me to be there from 8 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. Yet every single week on Wednesday at noon, I did Sales Finesse Radio. I was there doing that podcast. I did it from the front seat of my car. You know why? Because I listened to that voice in the back of my head. You see, oftentimes people say, what's my purpose in life? What am I put on this planet for? And the voice is telling you all along. It's in the back of your head. It's saying, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to have a podcast, Ryan. And that podcast is going to lead you into writing, Ryan. And that writing is going to lead you into making videos, Ryan. And every week on Facebook, you're going to hit 500,000 fucking people and they're going to love you, Ryan. But if I ignore that voice and I think, oh shit, I can't listen to that voice. I'm scared of what that voice is telling me to do. It's not going to do anything. You see, you live an unfulfilled life. It's because you're not doing what that voice told you to do. Even though I couldn't pursue my dream to be a radio podcast personality full time while I was selling cars, that didn't stop me from stepping away and making the time for what I found important, making the time to follow that voice. And because I did that, I'm here in front of you today. So oftentimes you say, well, what am I put on this planet for? And the voice is talking to you. You're put on this planet to listen to the fucking voice and do what the fuck it's telling you to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, maybe you can't always listen to that voice. Maybe that voice isn't always telling you something that you can do right now, but that voice can guide you. That voice is your leader and your job on this planet. You were put here and programmed with that voice to do what the fuck it's telling you to do. If you don't do what it tells you to do, here's the problem. You're being selfish. You're holding back from others. If you have a gift and that voice is telling you to give that gift away and you're keeping it to yourself, that is selfish. You're not only probably hurting yourself financially, you're hurting yourself mentally, you're hurting yourself spiritually because you're not being fulfilled because the gift that you have that you want to give, you keep holding to yourself and it's holding you back. It's just like when people come in that have bad credit and no money and everything else and you finally get them the deal, the car, the house, whatever it is that they want, and they say some dumb shit like, let me pray about it. What the fuck do you mean, let me pray about it? You're already here. I did all this work for you. Your prayers have been answered. What more of a sign do you want? That's what the voice in the back of your head's saying to you right now. And I'm not telling you to go quit your job and chase your destiny. If you want to do that, awesome, but I'm not telling you that that's what you have to do. But there's nothing that says you can't part-time destiny chase until it becomes a full-time destination for you. Believe that shit. If this message resonated with you, make sure you share it. Check us out over at hardcorecloser.com. It's full of all sorts of inspirational, no bullshit messages just like this. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Thanks for watching.